And here we are, live on the air on Velocity Racing Network. Hello, everybody. My name is Dakota Vega, and welcome to the Midwest F1 League Division 2. We're getting up the ranks here, and by getting up the ranks, I mean everybody else who's doing broadcasts is leaving. Because they want to get paid, and I don't care. So people leave. So now I'm doing D2, and God forbid if Crash has to miss a race, I'll be up in D1. I'll be broadcasting Division 1. Holy shit! That's crazy. So as I'm looking at this, I notice a lot of people that I have raced before, and this is kind of the fun thing about commentating after 7 months of not being in the league. I raced Juve back in D3 in like its first season or two. To race Nick because there's all up one ahead of me at best. But Nick is Adel Tony. I had quite the fights with him in F2. We were beating the shit into place in F2, but it was great and I loved it. I loved the man. Good to call a race for him. Tiger knew him a little bit. I'm not really friends with him, but I've seen him around. I think I remember Capital, but not really. Hightower I remember, raced with him a couple times. But not super familiar. Wait, he was really... Oh, I remember. He was, like, really fast in D3. I remember he, like, kicked the shit out of everybody at Zandvoort in Season 2? 2? Yeah. In a McLaren, I think it was. I think it was a McLaren. Soy was a G. He started... I think he was in D1 when I was in the league. Or D2. DJ, I just raced him in the GT Sport League, which I'll mention in a moment. So last week after the Mexican Grand Prix, the day after, the first ever Midwest GT Sport race was run. 60 minutes around Autodromo Largo Maggiore. In two separate lobbies. One lobby was for LMP1 cars and one lobby was for GT3s. I was in the LMP1 lobby and managed to qualify 3rd of 11 and finish 3rd of 8. That doesn't seem like a lot, but the lobbies are only the lobbies max out at 16. So when you look at it from a perspective of I was in the top quarter of drivers. I was actually in the top third of drivers in qualifying. I was in the top half of drivers, which makes it sound a little bit lamer in qualifying, or in the race. But I really think if I played my strategy a little bit better, I could have won that race. But this week after the Portuguese Grand Prix of Thursday night, we are at Le Mans for the Le Mans from the future. We're doing the Vision Grand Turismo, multiple different divisions. Ready Up has been called, I think. No Ready Up. So, we're doing Vision Gran Turismo cars, which are just futuristic concept cars in GT Sport. There's going to be another LMP and another LMP in GT3, but instead of me being in the LMP class, I'll be in the GT3 class running a Volkswagen with a lot of different badges on it. We've got highpoint.com as the title sponsor of the race. The car, it's going to be decked out in white and blue. We're going to have High Point on the hood, down the sides, then basically up the C-pillar, I guess you could call it. There's going to be A lot of sponsors. We're going to have MidWest F1 on the car. We're going to have Race Energy on the car. We're also going to have Monster Energy on the cars. I've just done a sponsorship with them in the RPG, Jacob's RPG, which is a very fun thing to do. As well as a Ferrari Driver Academy sticker, I think on the on the fender, which is also a nod to PG, where I am in F3 under the Ferrari Driver Academy, and sponsored by Monster Energy. So, let's get cracking in. Let's see ourselves some Grand Prix racing. 18 minutes of qualifying, which means laps are limited here. It'll take about 2.5 minutes to do it'll probably take about 2 minutes, 2 minutes 15 to do an out lap around here, and then a minute 45, and this is in the dry, minute 45 to do a lap. So, you know, it's going to be something that it's going to be a lot about getting the in-laps quick. The in-laps have to be really quick so you can maximize the time. Out-laps have to be strong as well. You know, warming up the tires while also not costing too much time or grip on the tires. It'll be dry in the race. Getting a weather check here. Looking for the first car to make its way out here. It's going to be the Aston Martins of Hightower and Soy, both going out on the mediums. Hightower will be the first. So Hightower's the first out, followed by the other Aston Martin. Aston Martin just revealed their 2022 Formula One car, and it looks crazy. It looks crazy. So Soy's gonna get the advantage up the hill. We'll see who else comes out here. Let's get the map up. Next car out is going to be Cast. Goes up Rouge. Adel following. Lap data will also be up. And I think that's good. So as Soy goes through the big loop, and I don't know what that's called. I call it like the stock of the Uzi, because if you look at this, if you know what an Uzi looks like, you know that looks like an Uzi. Like even the magazine is sticking out at the bottom, just like an Uzi. Like, so through Puhan, and I think, is this Fagné or is the next section Fagné? I don't know what bit is Fagné. No, this is Fagné. And then this bit is Stavolo. We've got a car off at Lecombe. Leclerc seems to have bended at Lecombe. Lecombe. Next car behind him is Nicky in the Mercedes. Actually, no, the other Mercedes, which is light work, is not on the flyer. So we're going to get the start of our first hot lap, which means we are going to go on board with Soy Loco for his entire lap. All you're going to get to see is this. Just the whole lap straight up. We'll actually give it a little bit of commentary. He's going to get to first gear, a little bit of understeery on the exit, or on the entry. Managed to gather it up quite nicely though through there. Blasting down up Rouge and Radion. Gets tight, and that's going to be off. Let's go back and focus on Hightower as he goes up the hill. Watch him instead. We've got a car off at Blanchiment. Ooh, there's got a couple cars just doing their in laps now. For Lecombe. Hard onto the brakes at the 50. Now through here. Managed to curb nicely, get back onto the brakes. This is such a difficult corner to get right because the elevation change is just so tricky. Like, there is no apex to that corner, and then this one's also a little bit difficult. Missed the apex, runs off, manages to keep his lap valid. Now into Puhan. This corner is taking it 160 plus mile an hour. Keep the curb steady. Back through the second part of the corner. And into Fanye. This is such a difficult corner. Mind the curb on this second bit. You don't want to touch because it will get you loose even on full traction control. And into Stavilo. Third gear wouldn't really be it. Purple sector 2 for Hightower, of course, since he's the only one to go through it at speed. And now the run down towards Blanchimont. If there's a corner a little bit trickier than Puhan, I think it's Blanchimont because it's just so much faster. But it's not even a corner to these cars. That's the thing about it. Onto the brakes for the bus stop, managing to woe it up very nicely. Around the final turn, and the lap time will be a 1 minute 47. Cast also coming up to the bus stop around the final turn. On the soft tire, he'll go to the top by he'll go up to the top by a bit. We have an Alfa Romeo coming across. Oh, we've got a huge crash in Puhan. That's light work that's gone around. One of the Alpha Tauris has also had it out. Banshee's gone around. Light work and Banshee. I'm not sure what happened there. Shelley set the lap of 44.59, puts him third fast. We got him coming across. Nicky goes second fastest. Tiger is getting ready to come across, but Scuba Steve is also coming across here at speed. He'll come across the line, set a 44.59 on the medium tire. That is quite the impressive lap. So let's find the next driver coming across here. Who is that? It's Leclerc. He's not going to get the lap to go through. Banshee is on an in-lap. Light work, I assume, is also on an in-lap, so it's fine. It's the Alpine of GSR Edwin. He's coming across. He's got a really strong lap going here. He'll come out of the bus stop to the line. It will be pole time by 0.3 of a second. Here comes Juve as well. He goes faster by only 11 thousandths of a second. The Ferrari's going to come across as capital, the 8th fastest. And here comes Mitch Burns to the line. This is a blistering lap. Pole time by 0.5 of a second at the top. Mitch Burns, 72, goes to the top here in qualifying, and as Hightower will pack it in. You good, my guy? Adel is giving it up. Cast is on his way through here. This is an in-lap, however. Shelley gunning it down the main straight here, or down the backstretch into the bus stop. This is, I believe, also an in-lap. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, if he just dips off to the side here. Did he bonk it? Oh, he almost did. Close, though. Nicky has invalidated, so he's not really putting much into it. Scuba Steve is also invalidated. He's not putting anything into it. We got a car off in the back here. Is that Leclerc has gone around in the at Stavilo? It's true. Leclerc 1090, the winner in Mexico last week in Division 3, has gone off. We have one of the Alpines has gone off. Is that? I think that was Edwin that went off, but I can't quite be. I can't really be sure about who that was. I think it was though. Soy is starting a flyer once again onto the soft compound tire this time, just so we can keep the grip, a little bit of extra grip as he heads through Eroge. And we've had a crash at Eroge. Where is the incident? There it is. That was Red Eye that just lost it up the top of the hill. So the race will be cloudy yet dry. Purple first sector for the Aston Martin. Just have to get the live stream links up. Stream. Bam. D2. Soy is coming across. We've got another AlphaTauri coming through. That's it's not Banshee, is that? It's Mitch. Mitch is in. So next one coming across to the line will be Soy. Purple Sector 2. This is going to be possibly a pole run. And look at the amount of cars. I think we've actually had a crash. Nope, not quite, but we had some cars going through the endurance pits here. Let's go up to the top here, back to the front, the bottom of the leaderboard to see. It is not top of the, only 7th fastest for the Aston Martin driver. And that number 80 enough at the top, at the last sector. Really strong opening though. The next driver on a flyer is he was all the way in Fanye. No relation to Kanye. And there's an invalidation from Banshee, so we're going to go up here see... Oh, and Houdini loops it too! Man! Does he back it into the wall? I don't think he does, but it's close. And... the next flyer? No. Next kind of flyer... Oh, light... Nobody can keep this... He's looped it again. Stella. Next flying laps are Leclerc's on an out lap. Bend it. What? Oh. One of the AlphaTauris has lost it hard at the top of the hill. And that is Banshee's lost it at the top, letting the Williams of Leclerc by. It's going to be wing. Speak up. I've got another issue for the AlphaTauri trying away. DJ coming to start a flyer. So that's not a bad strategy for it. It's Tiger on a flyer. Tiger's on a flyer. He's looking pretty solid for himself here. 1550 through the second sector. At the line, it is 9th fastest for the American. Burns is on an out lap. Shelley's on a flyer here. 3/10 faster on the medium tires. Can he keep the pace up, or will I have cursed him? He seems strong through here. Light work is out of the session. He bended a poo on. And at the 10th fastest, Shelley. But let's see if we... The Mercedes driver who... Oh, that is a huge fire barrel stacked up the wall. But Steve goes up of the block. Tires are jacked up. This is... Nope. He's... Edwin has no wing. I don't know why. Juve's up to 3rd. One of the Astons is coming through. It is Soy, but he's in the pits. Next driver coming around is, I believe, Scuba. No, it's actually Tiger, who sits 10th at the moment. It's the last driver eligible to on their qualifying tires. The first on their qualifying tires, which would be the softs at the moment. Bonk. How to blow an engine. Burns is on a mover, but he has invalidated the lap. Shelley is at the bottom here, making it through on an in-lap. Scuba Steve behind him, who is not on a flyer either. I think these two are both warming up here for the end of something. 3 minutes left in qualifying, though. I really don't know if they're going to be able to get out in time. So Ferrari coming up behind them with pace. It's Houdini. He's on an outlap, though, as Leclerc, who is very much not on an outlap, roars past into the bus stop, overshoots the bus stop, and manages to gather it up very nicely. Back onto the power. Leclerc 1090, top of the board. No, 5th fastest for the Indian. I think. I don't know. I hope he's Indian. I hope I didn't just fuck him up. I hope I just didn't just fuck up his nationality. So, a few drivers coming in and just retiring from the session to call their qualifying a day. I assume Juve's doing the same. I'd be satisfied with 3rd. Nicky is the next car on track, but he's all the way in Puhan. Banshee is also around Puhan/Fanye. And yes, haha, poo, but... And Leclerc has been disqualified. I assume that's going to start him 5th. And there's a wheel just sitting in the middle of the track. And Leclerc's starting 20. Oh, I feel really bad now. Because that was the only lap he got in all day, and he got... Oh, I feel bad. I do feel bad. Banshee, no regards for the tires and keeping them as prime as they can be. He's going for it just to get a little bit more acquaintance with the track. He's going to start his flyer here. Currently 17th with no time on the board. Onto the brakes. Down the hill now, blasting down the hill. We'll see if there's anybody who's close to the end of the circuit on a flyer. Cast is on a flyer here. This looks actually pretty solid. Has to gather it up a bit in the final section. He's going to come across. Will go 3rd fastest for the Williams. It is going to be J-Cast up into 3rd. Houdini's coming through the final sector here. He's going to blast it to the line at the stripe. It is 13th fastest. The other Ferrari Capital's coming across. He's on an outlap. Soloco's the same. Edwin is not on an outlap. Is on a flyer. Almost loses it there. I believe, yeah, it's just him. He's the first car to come across on with a timed lap. Currently 5th fastest at the moment for Alpine. Haha, Pete. This whole broadcast is a sex joke. I'm sorry. We got the Alpine going through Puhan. Are you happy now, you children? I'm sorry. I can't get over it myself. I'm laughing just as much as you are. Internally, though. Edwin will come across. Bruce Davilo. Blasting down the hill. Down the hill? What hill? He's actually going uphill through Blanchimont. Car barely even notices. Through the final turn. Out of the corner. At the stripe. Pole time by 0.190. It is going to be GSR Edwin. Houdini's on a flyer here. Counted as finished. Their sessions counted as finished. So Loco's out of it. He's actually lost it at Stablo and retired. Here comes Houdini to the line. What can he do? He only goes 13th fastest. The other Ferrari is the next car in tow. currently about a tenth up. We'll see how he does if he can get past his teammate here at the stripe, the line. Can't make an improvement. Next car to come across is, oh, actually have both. Oh, both of the Astons have lost it in Stavolo. Wow, and one of the Alpha Towers as well. Burns lost it in that section too. Shelley is coming across. Here comes Adel though. He's going to be going to 9th fastest. Shelley's going to come across the line. 4th for Shelley. And Tiger in the back here. He goes 5th. Next car to come across will be Nero Nix. Haven't said much about him at all. He is doing pretty solid for himself here. Currently 8th fastest. He can improve a lot here with this lap. He will go 7th though. Scuba Steve as well. He's going to have to dive it into the pits. Wasn't able to make it. And the only other driver. And yeah, that is it for qualifying. Banshee's the next driver, but he is back here, inching his way through Blanchimont with a Ferrari roaring up to him. I didn't even get to see him. Through. I mean, this is AI, so this doesn't even count for anything. Banshee will dive it into the pits, and we wait for Edwin after that. So it is GSR Edwin 3 on pole position for the Belgian Grand Prix of Division 2 for the Midwest F1 League. Adel reporting he drove under a flag.